Hello everyone! My name's Alumi, and Tejo has officially hit the servers, which means we've got all his voice lines and interactions with other agents, as well as the new patch voicemail and email. In this video, I'm going to play for y'all his voice lines, and then we will go into what they mean lore-wise, along with explaining the lore in his new agent card from the Battle Pass. If you just want to hear the lore-related voice lines and my explanation, feel free to skip ahead, so let's get to it.
New weapons. Same war. Dropships, artillery, SOPs. Just your typical retirement. You know, I had a dream last night. We killed all of them, and none of us died. I take it as a sign. My father used to say, the fight is won before the first punch is thrown. We've trained, we are ready, and now we win. This is no little game of banquitas. Focus, or we carry you home in a body bag. If they get in my way, I shoot them. If they die, well, they have only themselves to blame. The nerve. They come here acting like they own the place. Como Pedro por su casa. You think they came here peacefully? No. Let that clear your conscience. If they came here to steal from us, I'd be upset too. I'm still going to kill them, but I understand. We take the radio night. One way or another. Oye, you hear the radio? If anyone finds it, change the station. My team is playing. Brimstone? Don't die. Let me take care of their brimstone. It's therapy for me. Don't ask why. Brimstone, mi hermano. No disagreements today. We have to show everyone how well we get along now. Brimstone? Not bad, Cucho. That's what following the rules gets you. Goodbye, Liam. Gecko, how about we keep the strategic comms to human languages today? No entiendo Radivor. Their Gecko's creatures will survive without him. Rest in peace, Mateo. ISO, that is the work of a professional. Senora Alves, don't get too eager out there with explosives. You'll put me out of a job. Senora, show them that, Reina. Senora Mondragon, me alegro de verle. I have a gift for the children at the sanctuary. Remind me after this. Clove, if you ever go freelance, do not mention the immortality. Your clients will take advantage. I certainly would. Watch out for Vice. Vice, keep them guessing. Vice, you are just as scary as you look. You know, Vice, you should lay flowers on the graves of your enemies. It's very poetic, and saves money on flowers. They brought the other me along, huh? I'm not supposed to be the target of these weapons. Time to kill the handsome Colombian. Seems like I'm the better one. Such is life. Don't mess with an old soldier. Now that brings back memories. If they think it is more honorable to resist death, they're welcome to try. This should be simple enough. I flush them out, you finish them. My ballistics set up easy kills. And if they don't, pues, you can't complain if you're dead. Remember, no one wants to die out here, but you don't always get what you want. You want to survive? Bring the right gun. Killing them is easier than all this radio night business. No den papaya. If you compromise your position, you hand them a free kill. Don't. We can stand around all day talking about killing them, or we just do it. Nothing is guaranteed in war, but I like our odds. Remember, I hit them with explosives, then you go in. No la vayan a cagar. Make peace with yourself before you pull the trigger. No one else can judge you. Do what you're here to do, and we won't have a problem. Keep it up, hermanos. Don't let a good fight go to your head. Surest way to lose it. You think they're worried? I think they're worried. This is it. If they don't like losing, they should do something about it. I'm used to difficult work. This is not so difficult. Keep pushing. Tenemos mucho camello. That shook their confidence. No time for regret. Don't they know stealing is wrong? Our radio night is not theirs to take. You see, I can play by the book from time to time. Not bad for an old man.
So what do you think so far of his voice lines? Let's dive in because there's a lot to unpack. We now know for sure that Tejo is an older gentleman who used to be a soldier but has now retired.
New weapons. Same war. Dropships, artillery, SOPs. Just your typical retirement. Don't mess with an old soldier. Not bad for an old man.
He also seems to have a complicated history with Brimstone. If you watched my video on the Initiate.v25 trailer where we first saw Tejo, you'll remember that I theorized that Tejo may have been a part of a group in the military called the Ragged Ravens, which was led by Brimstone before he joined Valorant. Tejo's detonator has this symbol on it that looks like a bird, perhaps even a raven. With his voice lines confirming that he was in fact a soldier in the past, this theory becomes even more possible. And now for the cherry on top, Tejo's card in his agent contract. This card is titled Collateral Damage, and his sunglasses have a reflection of something from his past. If you look closely, you'll notice that on the right side, there's a Humvee-looking card that's almost identical to the one in Brimstone's agent contract card from his time leading the Ragged Ravens. This leads me to believe that Tejo was at one point part of the Ragged Ravens, and that this is how he knew Brimstone. A huge shout out to GFan and Strawberry for noticing the Humvee in his sunglasses. So, this explains how he knew Brimstone and part of his past, but a question still remains. What happened between Brimstone and Tejo that has caused the tension that is so obvious between them?
Brimstone, mi hermano. No disagreements today. We have to show everyone how well we get along now. Let me take care of their Brimstone. It's therapy for me. Don't ask why.
Not only that, but we got this email with a new patch update from KO that says, "Heads up. Your office door is open, sir. We can all hear you losing your cool with that new guy. You'll need to smooth things over with the team, too. No one's thrilled about being cut short, or having returned to find some stranger wandering through HQ. Team briefing in 30. So clearly, although Tejo and Brim know each other, there still seems to be something between them causing friction. I'm not exactly sure what happened, but here are some theories I've got. One, after their time in the military, they disagreed on the path they should take, which caused a rift. Two, Brimstone had a best friend since childhood named Tariq Porter, who was killed while under Brimstone's leadership of the Ragged Ravens. Maybe Tejo was there when it happened and Brimstone blames Tejo for Tariq's death. Or three, they never got along, even when they were fighting alongside one another in the military. Regardless, it seems that Tejo also came to the Valorant Protocol headquarters completely unannounced. All the agents were on their leave and having a fun time just living life when they suddenly got called back to base by Brimstone, just to find some new guy walking around HQ, and hearing their leader lose his temper at the new guy. So now begs the question, why did Tejo come to HQ, and why did he want to join Valorant? According to his voice lines, this is now how he's living out his retirement.
Dropships, artillery, SOPs. Just your typical retirement.
Was he stir crazy, or does he have some information about something, like who these new bad guys are that we saw in this season trailer? Tejo finding and walking into HQ also begs the question of how the heck he found Valorant in HQ. It's under top secret security, and even while the agents were on leave, KO said that security was good and there was nothing to worry about. Well, it seems that Tejo is an information specialist, so maybe he knew Brimstone, and so he knew where to start looking. Or he was just looking for Brimstone and stumbled upon Valorant HQ when he was trying to find where Brimstone was. Another thing that could have caused it is that once Tejo knew where to look, some of the agents' passwords were not up to snuff, making it super easy to infiltrate the system, as we found out from this voicemail from Cypher.
Now, Brimstone, don't ask me how I know, but an alarming number of agents still use 1234 as their password. This is not acceptable. I suggest we run my data security course again. I shortened it by 12 slides following your rather pointed feedback. Say the word, I'll see it done.
Also, if you can remove 12 slides from your presentation and have it still make sense, I think it might be a little bit long. Anyways, this voicemail made me chuckle, and I really want to know who had their password set as 1234. My mind instantly goes to Brim, but I also think KJ and Cypher would have already forced him to set a more secure password since he is the leader of the Valorant Protocol. And Cypher said that several of them are using 1234 as a password, so it's gotta be at least 3 or more. Who are you guessing? Now for some fun lore tidbits we get from his voice lines. It seems that Tejo is a soccer fan.
This is no little game of banquitas. Focus, or we carry you home in a body bag.
Banquitas is a Spanish term for a pickup game of soccer between friends, or football if you're not in the US. We also hear Tejo say this on Sunset, asking for them to change the radio to the station covering a soccer game.
Oye, you hear the radio? If anyone finds it, change the station. My team is playing.
It also seems Tejo has some experience with freelance work, as he says this.
Clove, if you ever go freelance, do not mention the immortality. Your clients will take advantage. I certainly would.
Tejo has a soft spot for the people Reina takes care of in her sanctuary.
Señora Mondragón, me alegro de verle. I have a gift for the children at the sanctuary. Remind me after this.
I wonder what the present is. Maybe some soccer balls or a monetary donation of some kind? And lastly, it seems Tejo has found peace and honor in his work as a soldier and now on the Valorant protocol.
Make peace with yourself before you pull the trigger. No one else can judge you. No time for regret. You think they came here peacefully? No. Let that clear your conscience.
And he seems to be encouraging the team to find that peace and honor too. What do you all think of Tejo so far? And how are you liking the new season? Let me know down below and drop a like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. God bless. Bye!